as my wife already announced this morning, that we have a little room issue. And it's not bad, not something we can't deal with. However, we have said that, first of all, tomorrow, there is a men's conference, which I will be one of the speakers. It will be at the Global Search Worship Center at Pasig. If you're interested in going there, it's a full-day event. Pasok po rin puro ba yung store natin? Diba? There are about 5. Okay, if you are a man or a young man, we have 5 more slots of our roster na pwede nyo mag-sign up. That's for tomorrow. It's a great conference. Not because I'm speaking, but because the other speakers are really good. I'm more of the cheerleader there. This is the first speaker. So, but that's tomorrow. You know what's your basketball? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock registration. It comes with, it's free. It comes with your meriendas and your lunch, no? And a free massage for Pastor Paul. Merienda and lunch and breakfast. And so, hey, that's not a bad deal at all. So, bukas po yan. We encourage the men to attend. It will be at the Global Search Center in Pasig, very near, actually, near Rizal Hospital. The one that, when you go around from Distancia, yeah. It's only, it's less than a kilometer from Rizal Provincial Hospital. So malapit lang po. That's tomorrow, and the registration is at 8. If you want to ride with us, you can. I don't know how we'll get there. But anyway, that's tomorrow. And then Tuesday, the Christian Coalition First National Summit will be held here on Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. So we want to invite everyone. Sa Manila po yun hanggang lunchtime lang din yun. If you would like to come and be and join us, that's open to everyone as well. Tuesday po yan, no? So please join us. And then comes Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm formally in Lagarista starting today because I'm preaching today, and then tonight, and then tomorrow, and then Tuesday, and then balik kita on Wednesday, and then Thursday, and I'll get a rest on Friday. Alright! So, galing, no? Saya. So napunta yung siyempre ko dito. Hindi ko sinasadya eh. But it is what it is, and we do what we need to do. So do pray for us as we embark on that. Balikatan pa sa Kabatan is an awesome event. We need sponsors, okay? We really ask for you to do a monetary sponsor rather than an item sponsor like food. Unless you plan to give like 200 cupcakes or 200 spaghettis or 200 whatever kasi ang hirap kung tingin-tingin lang, yeah. Kailangan po namin ng isang sakong bigas. We don't care what kind. As long as it's one sack. Ikan meron? Na isa ka lang. Okay. That's feeding about 200 people. Ilang magkano sa bigas? Isang sakong bigas. 1,350. Okay, 1,350. That's the longest 1,350 you will invest in. The event of Balikatan is almost a 48-hour ongoing thing. Okay, the Revelation Trail is a moving stage play. If you've never been, go. Unless you go. And we promise it won't be as tiring this year because October Praise concert will be down here, and then the Revelation Trail will be up here, all the way up to the floors upstairs. So we need food servers. We need food servers. We need young legs. Okay, kasi po akat pana po yan, akat baba. So we need cooks. We need of course, like we said, a sack of rice and other stuff. So if you would like to join us and make that investment, please help us in the process right after. Okay, this is our possibly our biggest evangelistic event in the year when it comes to in-house stuff that happens in-house in church. So join us there. All right? Okay, good. Today I want to talk to you about something that has really impressed in my heart, and it takes. I was intending to do the whole thing, and it's not going to work kasi ang haba and it's huge. It's a big deal, and it's really important because I feel that even the church, ang simbahan mismo, has fallen prey to what's going on. No? Back in Pastor, we're talking about strong foundations, and a few weeks ago we talked about the importance of a strong foundation, spiritual foundations in the home. Gano'n ka-importante yun. It's a season for the family. You're right smack in the thick of season for the family. And so, pinag-usapan na, ano yung sabihin na, strong foundations? Then we want to learn what it means. They said, the success of a person depends only on how he invests in the next generation. Okay? So to all the dads out there today, to all the moms na nandito kayo umaga, your success can only be measured by how you teach those who are after you. Mawawala ako sa kanila. Ate Ivy, at sa si Ate Ivy, diba? May good news ako sa iyo. Please approach my wife about the special needs thing. Very good, very good. The Lord puts her in a specific place this time. So anyway, ganun daw yun eh. I'm not talking whether you have kids or not have kids. Of course, if you have kids, syempre, importante yun. But even if you don't, your success is really based on how you invest in the next generation. What comes after you and what they do. That also happens in society. That's why, Christian Coalition Movement is here. Because I was talking to a young pastor about a month ago, and he was conflicted about our rally against the Soji, And he said, Pastor, that's right, it's split. I said, young man, he's starting in ministry. I said, young man, how old are you? He said, Pastor, I think he's like 20 years old. 20 years old. He said, but do you realize that when I was 21, I became the youth pastor of IBC? And by the time I was 28 and 29, I became the lead pastor of IBC. What does that mean? Now, I want you to look at that as a perspective, man, and understand I'm 49 years old. I know I look like I'm 17, no? But I'm 49 years old, okay? My father had his second stroke at 58 years old. Ibig sabihin, Pastor, masama ang plano nyo, no? I'm trying my best to make life altering decisions right now, okay? Hopefully by next year, kasi bayad na ako na yun, okay? So, what we're talking about, it's like I'm 49, I'll be 50 in February. Sabi ko, our issue here is this. Sabi ko, what I'm actually doing, if what happens to my father, kasi na-stroke siya 58, if what happens to my father happens to me, and he was healthier than me, ibig sabihin, I may have 8 to 9 years or less. I may. No? Unless I do things differently than he has. And he was healthy. Tatay ko yan. He ate fish, he ate chicken, white meat, no skin. Did not eat pork, did not eat beef, vegetables, exercise every day. Plus farming. Kaya yun. In fact, the day he had a second stroke, he was at the farm. And he came back here. So, nobody could outwork the guy. Alright? That's what I'm talking about. So that means what I'm really trying to do is we're trying to set things up dahil kung ano mang mangyari sa akin between now and 8 to 10 years later, we're really doing things for you guys. And I said, you know what? What we have today, what I'm doing here today as your pastor, my father said that, and the other pastors before him. Okay? That's how it is. That's That's what we're talking about here. So when we talk about strong foundations, it's not about, what to teach, what to teach. It's not about what to teach. Because what we teach our kids today in this church, I'm not talking about they're going to be perfect. Our kids will do stupid things. I explained that when I spoke at October Praise Concert in Diliman. I said, a lot of this generation is stupid. Pastor, that's a derogatory term. No. If you understand the word stupid, it means you're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result each time. Paulit-ulit mong ginagawa ang isang bagay, akala mo iba. Sinong bata dito? Magmugdam ka amin. Okay. May mga anak ko ganito. Sino mga bata dito? Who among the kids here? No, that there's electricity in this thing. And what do? You stick your hand in the electric fan or in the thing. Panahon po ni Thomas Edison, Isaac Newton, and whoever else that discovered electricity, may kuryente. Okay? This generation nito, it's lilayla, kahit di nila po yung kasete. This generation here, hindi nagpapang-kuryente. I promise you though, this generation and the younger generation will one day think, I wonder what will happen if I stick a fork in there. I remember actually, the old school electric fans, the fans here, we say, plastic, tapos yung wirings are really, really small, no? Back in the day, yung electric fan mo, parang diesel, you turn it on, and it had metal plates, no? Pag nasira yung airplane ko, kami yung electric fan ko, nilipad siya. Right? That's how it was there. No? And so we told Ashton, don't mess with the fan. Don't mess with the fan. Huwag mo pulitin yung electric fan. Guess what he did? Mother and I turned our back and he just... What did he do? He stuck his hand in the fan. Don't worry. His sister was worse. Being the oldest, we were living in the States. That was the most child-proof house. Kasi, if you have kids, a lot of kids or kids, the first child is always the most spoiled one. They always get the best. New shoes, new stuff, new. Tama? Si Noah still gets hand-me-downs from hand to blue. Kawawa naman yung bata. Dati dark blue, ngayon light blue na. No? Tama? Dati jeans, ngayon cotton na lang. Antidote, yung gas stove, merong ganon, shield, yung bed, merong anti-roll up thing. Yung plugs, it has those plastic things you put in the plug. Every single kind of defense that we put in that house so that Andy will not get whatever it is. Yung bucket, guess what? Yung toilet bowl may hook. Why? Because one morning we saw she was washing her face in the toilet bowl. So nila kailangan ng open door mo so that yung doorknob, pinipindot na gano'n ng plastic and you can't turn it. You have to know how to turn, okay? Bottles of medicine make child-proof medicine, right? Yes. The older sister is that stupid. Guess what? The oldest brother is also equally stupid. See, Andrew likes medicine so much. He was in the hospital for 3 months, more than only 25 weeks. He was so addicted to medicine na lahat ng medicine namin nasa ibabaw ng aparador. Ibabaw ng aparador. One day I walked into the room, guess where he was? Nasa ibabaw ng aparador. He was a year old. Inaakyat niya yung mga sabi, isang taon pa lang adik na to. Climbing up, trying to reach for the strawberry flavored medicine. Trying to open the child-proof bottle. You see? Why? What are they thinking? They're thinking, if I do it, it's different. Maybe you're different. And guess what? In today's society, they teach you the same thing. Everybody's different. That's true. We're all different. We have different reactions, but things have the same effect. Iba-iba lang ang timing. For example, if some of you are allergic to seafood, you can't have it, period. Yung iba, you can have a little bit. If your name is Remilio Rigor Bacali Jr., you bring Celestamine. No, but it's the same effect. You just try to delay it. Just try to delay it. You see, and that's the stupidity of society today. Why? Because we seem to think that if we do things slightly different, the effects will be different. No, it's not. It's the same effect. We just get better, but it's the same effect. We just get better at escaping, but it's the same effect. It's the same effect. That's what we're talking about foundations, because foundational teachings never, ever, ever change. How do you know that, Pastor? Because the Bible says, heaven and earth will pass away, will change away, but my words will never pass away. It doesn't matter what you do, what you say, the Bible always works. I was sitting on an airplane, reading my Bible, and I normally don't do that, but that was many years ago. I'm reading the Bible, just trying to catch up on sleep. But sometimes I'll sleep in the airplane with a sign. I don't want to eat. But when I'm traveling alone. But one time, I'm reading my Bible, there was a guy right beside me. Binabasa niya, sabi niya, hey, sabi niya, is that a Bible? Sabi niya, yes, sir. Sabi niya, don't call me sir. I'm sorry, I was born and raised in the South, in the States. I have to call everybody sorry, ma'am. Sabi niya, okay. Sabi niya, you're reading a Bible. Sabi niya, yes, sir. Sabi niya, why do you read that? It's an old book. Don't get me wrong, but the principles don't apply. That was written by man, blah, 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 the same old arguments. So, you know what? I may agree with you there. Something, what? You're going to agree with me that the Bible is old, the Bible is outdated, and it's written by man. Yes, I can agree with that. So why are you reading it? Exactly, because it still gives great advice. If you want to keep your marriage, be faithful in the marriage. Outdated by unfaithfulness. It gives great advice on money. Don't waste your money. It gives great advice on children and relationships with each other. Workers to their masters, masters to their workers. That's great advice. Sabi mo lang hindi ang word of God, sige na, panalo ka na. Yung debate mo sa'yo, mga galit ka na, kamabaka ka sa akin. Pagbigyan na kita. You have the right to be wrong. But the point is, things don't change. So let's talk about foundation. I belabor this point because what I'm about to talk about applies to you and me directly on the fly. Ibig sabihin, when you read what we're going to teach this morning, and over not next week because it passed away, but the week after that, it will literally shape, and you have to constantly teach this to yourself and to your family. Okay? What are you talking about, Pastor? We're talking about teaching contentment in a highly discontented world. Pastor, what do you mean contentment? Pagka-contento. The Philippines is the world's, the world leader in call center businesses. That's great, because it gives great jobs to our people. But the call center industry is also the dirtiest, also the most immoral. The call center is also the highest turnover. There is no loyalty in the call center business. Why? Because your loyalties are only based on the better offer awaiting you. Don't get me wrong, I don't have anything about better offers. I get that, I'll get to that. Hold your horses, don't get defensive because you lose anyway. Why? Because I'm talking about what the Bible says, and you're talking about man's philosophy. And man's philosophy always needs to bow down to scriptures. I've never heard man's philosophy win over godly principles. Okay? So chill. So talk about that. That's what do you mean? Let's talk about contentment. Sabi sa 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6 to 10. Yet true godliness is with contentment is itself great wealth. Contentment does great wealth. Some of you are making some really, really important decisions right now. Open your eyes. Okay? Some of you are going to make some serious life-altering decisions that are in the middle of making them right now. And I am going to hold those decisions into great question. So stay with me in this preaching, and then at the next. Some of you are thinking about meron kayong offer to go somewhere, offer to be promoted, offer to go abroad, offer to do this. If God wills that, I don't have a problem with that. But my problem with the Filipino people is this: you equate God's will with the stamp of approval ng consul. Did you ever think that promotion comes from the Lord, but the devil also gives great blessings? In fact, the devil offered great blessings to Jesus. And I've seen families totally obliterated and destroyed because of so many blessings. So whatever it is that you're thinking about, deciding on, I want you to open your mind. Okay? Because I'm going to hold it into question, as I have many times in my own life. Okay? Now, listen, after all, we were brought nothing with us when we came to the world. And we can't take anything with us when we leave. So if we have enough food and enough clothing, let us be content. But people who long to be rich, and I know what you guys are saying, Pastor, I don't want to be rich. Let me give you a simple statistic, okay? Sino sa inyo dito ang may refrigerator, taas ang kamay? If you have a ref, working, iba sa inyong cabinet na refrigerator eh. Working refrigerator, raise your hand. Wow! Did you know that if you have a refrigerator, you're already in the top 10% of the richest people in the world? Pastor, where do you get that? You do my research and you'll be surprised. Ano ba, Pastor? Yes, because there are places in the world today, not far in the country today, that everything is served room temperature. Water, I've been to places in our country today, they don't even have kuryente. That's why I encourage you to go on mission trips. Some pastor, anywhere in the Philippines is fine, you don't have to go abroad. Go with our teams that go. Last week, there was a team that went to the Pastor Paul in Mindanao. Pastor Paul, may refrigerator ba kayo doon? Wala nga signal eh. If you wanted to text them there, patong-patong yung cellphone ng iba. I went this one place, there's this one place that they go to. Na yung mga cellphone nakasabit sa pulo. Yung isa naman, nasa ibabaw ng table, tama ba? Sa bahay nila, Pastor Jimmy ba yun? All the cell phones are on top of the table. Why? Because in the entire area, there's no signal. But for some weird reason, you may alien that sends a cell phone signal in the table. So walang kainan, all the cell phone signals are there. If you have a refrigerator, you have now been a part of the top 10% of the richest people in the world. Wow. But who among you have more than, listen I'm a part of this, more than 5 pairs of shoes? Doesn't matter what it is. All the Marcus Cronies, raise your hands. Pastor, how many do you have? Let's just say I have half a room. Okay, so guilty here. My kids look at my shoes every day. Sabi ng mga anak ko kanya, Dad, pag namatay ka ba, pwede gusto sa sapatos na yun? O bastos ng mga bata doon. If you have that many shoes, you are now in the upper 5% of the richest people in the world. I just became a millionaire. How do you know, Pastor? Huwag na tayo lumayo, go to Boy Scout. Go to Boy Scout. Malaki na lang. Let me ask our Boy Scout boys who are no longer Boy Scouts, and I'm proud to say they are now IBC boys. Jordan, doon sa loob, ilang bata doon ang may 5 sapatos? Nakasya. Kasi nung muna namin pinuha mga anak namin, our adopted boys, yung pa, ito, hinarap mo pagtino, ba't bilog? Yung pala, yung paa nakagano sa ibabaw. So kasya nga, if you bend your toes hard enough, it will fit. I asked Jonathan the other day, ano ba talaga size mo? Kahit ano po. But please don't give Dante size 11, although he's very tall, His feet is only 5.5. Okay, I don't know. My hands are bigger than his feet. Okay? Meron ba? Jonathan, meron kayong tao doon na may 5 sapatos? Yung totoong sapatos ha, yung magkaparas talaga. Wala. What? So some of you became richer than the entire population of Boy Scout in Manila. I'm just saying. And what it says, but people who long to, so we are long, we'll give you the Greek there next week. But people who long to be rich fall into temptation, are trapped by their foolish and harmful desires, and it plunges them into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, and some people are craving money, have wandered from the true faith. Notice what it says. It's wandered from the true faith. Okay? It's wandered from the true faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. Philippians chapter 4. Philippians chapter was great. Sabi niya, not that I have ever been in need, famous yet for contentment, for I have learned how to be content. Whatever I have, I know how to live with almost nothing or with everything. Notice Apostle Paul never said, you should live with nothing. It's not about living with nothing. Diba sa iyo, defensive. O, sabi ko, huwag ako malapit sa ito. Okay? Defensive. Kasi, Pastor, pamigay ko lang yung sapatos ko. No? Iba sa inyo, sinabi sa asawa mo, babe, pagka ba namatay ako, papasok ko yung sapatos ko, doon sa papalit sa akin, sumagot si Mrs. Hindi! Brother na namin, bakit naman? Kasi akin yun. Hindi kasi sa'yo. Di ba, medyo bakit mo, kaya sabi hindi naman. May kapalit na pala. I have learned the secret of what? Almost nothing, and I have learned everything. I have learned the secret of living in every situation, whether it is with a full stomach or empty, plenty or little, for I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. Notice what he said, secret. Pastor, bakit secret? Because all of us were, because of our sin nature, hindi natural sa atin maging kontento. What was the first sin of Adam and Eve? Is it not selfishness and greed? What was the command, Pastor Paul? What was the command to Adam and Eve? I don't know. Go. Masama ang balak nito eh. Alam mo si Paula, bibigyan sa tamang panahon. Okay. Wala sa honeymoon, Pastor Paul. Ano ang command ng Panginoon? Una, the first command was, take dominion. You know what is dominion? Ibig sabihin, you step on it. All of the world is yours. The entire world. God gives the entire world to 2 people. That's why he said, by the way, go and multiply to make the domination easier. Pastor Paul. Your house is just Mandaluyong. It's easily dominated already. Okay? But there's another thing. Meron pa. Ano sabi? Take dominion, go and multiply. Okay, pabigyan sa Pastor Paul. What's the other one? Meron do not. Do not. Guilty. Guilty si Josh. Do not eat sweets. Oh, Josh, bawal sa atin yun. May point ka. Oh, pero hindi pa diabetic si Adam at Eve. Okay. No, ang sabi, do not go to the tree. Right? Now, imagine with me, important to imagination. Imagine with me, God just gave you the entire world. In our farm in Antipolo, we have about 1,200 trees. Okay? Mahigit eh. Parang 3,000 na ata kasi we have more than parang 200 banana trees doon. So, coffee, wala pa yung banana doon. So we have about 1,000. Can you imagine if I give you all the 12 hectares and I said, Daniel, all of the 12 hectares is yours. All the trees is yours. But that, akin yung isa. And the warning came with a reason. Because it will corrupt you. Pero sabi ng Panginoon sa iyo lahat. You got everything. Except one tree. What a deal. What did they do? Ano ginawa? Tell me what they did. They went to the tree. And some of you say, Pastor, naman ano ba naman yan si Adam at si Eva? Napakaswapang naman. Can you imagine them? When God gives them the world, ask only for one tree, and they decide the tree. Ang tawag siya, greed and selfishness. I cannot tell you how many verses in the Bible that talk about against greed and selfishness going totally opposite of the way of God. Philippians chapter 2, relationship, ano sabi? Not 5 to 11, verse 1 to 4. Ang sabi ano sabi? Esteem each other better than yourself. Corinthians 13. Everything done but without love is nothing. See? Kaya secret, kasi our sinful nature, greedy nature, yan ang gusto. Kaya yung mga pikar ng mga anak ninyo, pagkatapos mong gastos at bilihan ng magandang regalo, nakatingin pa rin kung ano sa wala sa kanila. Kahit bilihan mo ng magandang sapatos, at kaya ka lumagad, kailan siya pwedeng bumili ulit na isa pang sapatos? Tama? No? Kaya ng mga babae, nagustuhan mo yung kulay black na bag, naisip mo, ano kayo maganda niya pagka yung red, yellow, pink, brown, blue, violet, pare-pareho bag. It's the same. The same thing with guys. The same thing with guys. You get one shoe, you say, man, ano kayo sure niya pagka ganitong shoe? Okay? I get that. We'll talk about blessings and the right attitude about that, but we're just talking about it right now. So Paul never said, bawal. But Paul did say, it's a secret because it's something not normal to us. No? Kapag may munti akong masamak na mama. Medyo malambot na mama. Naghihintay ako ng coach ko sa valley, sa Megamon, hindi ko nakamit sa iyo. Doon sa pet store, merong Burmese python na maliit lang, tapos nakabilog, tulog. Ito lang. Outside, nasa sidewalk siya, yung Burmese python nasa loob ng pet store. Tumitingin siya. Bigyan natin ko, hindi po may lason niya. Tumingin ako. Brad, bago ka tuklawin yan, dalawang batang tatabisin niya. Kailangan mo sumabas ng pintuan, tapos lalabas sa'yo. Pangalawa, hindi po siya. Eh, huwag niyo akong binubulak. Delikado akong binubulak. Muntik talaga. As in, muntik talaga. Kadalaking binabait tao, ganyan ang nakatira. Sabi ko, Brad, hindi cobra yan. Eh, kasi may lason yan. Wala. Sobra ka naman, sir. Ako pa may kasalanan. Buti dumating niya yung kotse, pagbalis na ako eh. Pagtalo pa ako eh. Baka mamaya sa akin titigil. It's a natural human nature thing. So, let's move further, alright? Let's move further. And I'm not moving further. You're moving further. Let's look at another one. Okay? Matthew. Oh, famous sa atin lahat yan. Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 to 27. Those store up treasures in our earth, where moths eat them and rust destroys them, where thieves break in and steal. So store your treasures in heaven, where moth and rust cannot destroy. Thieves do not break in and steal. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will also be. Notice what it says. That's so clear. This is Jesus, by the way, teaching this. Sabi niya, where your treasure is, wherever there the desires of your heart will also be. Your eye is a lamp that provides light to your body. When your eye is good, your body is filled with light. But when your eye is bad, your whole body is filled with darkness. If the light you think you have is after darkness, how deep is that darkness? Therein lies the problem with society. Somewhere down the line, our value system got upside down, and now what we think is good is actually bad. And what we think is bad is actually good. Stay with me for a second. And so I ask you today, whatever decision it is that you are making, now I ask you, in that same life, if I follow that treasure, will it lead you and your children to the right place? If they say one day, Ma, Da, Tay, Nay, ba't naman natin ginawa to? Ba't tayo nag-invest dito? Will it lead us to the right place? Oh, Pastor, kasi nabigyan ko sila pag-aaral. Look at our Senate today in our Congress. The smartest people in the world. Look at our Mandaluyong City government. Supposedly the smartest leaders of our society just brought us the social bill. Very smart. Wala tayong sped school, isa lang sa MP na. Yung Project Teach, hindi sa Mandaluyong. Pero mamimigay tayo ng almost more than $500 million para magkaroon ng BA pa rin kung hindi natin naharap. Hindi ba naman kamote, ewan mo na. Tell me how smart people are. Tama? Yung mga may sakit sa atin, magkakanda. No. Magkakaroon tayo ng dialysis clinic daw sa Mandaluyong. So, pumila na po kayo. No, kada araw may 50 yan. Now, my mother went to dialysis, hindi mo pwede mag-share-share dyan kasi kinakaroon ng alcohol, yung printer. Ano yan, Listerine? Hindi po pwede. Kanya-kanya po kayo ano yan, device yan. Oh, baka yung nebulizer sa Mandaluyong yan. Tuwa ako, may 4 na matanda, tabi-tabi, wow! So siya na may nebulizer, nakapano, no? Pagtuloy ko, nakakasang tubo, share-share sila. So, pumasok ako may asthma, meron ka ng TB, meron ka ng pneumonia, may ketong ka, basta kami ng mundo. Share kayo. But no, mamigay tayo ng $750 million a year. Pagkasunod. Diba? Mga elderly dito, balita ko, may 350 pesos kayo. Every year. Na kailangan ipila mo 3 months before para magawa mo 6 months later. Kulang pa sa piso isang araw. Sabi niya, meron ba ako ng pastor? Interesting. Na ang budget for the medical government ng Mandaluyong is around 400 to 500 million. Pero sa SOGI, LGBT, we want to give 750 million. Something's wrong. Somewhere down the line, something got upside down. We have Christian schools who care more, and I believe in accreditation, I'm an educator, who care more about educating, care more about accreditations than they do the values that they teach. We don't have a perfect school, but you know what? If you've been to our school, we try our dead level best to deal personally with people. Ako mismo yun. I'm saying, that is why I tell you not to worry about everyday life, whether you have enough food or drink, or enough clothes to wear. Is life more than food, and the body more than clothing? Let's talk about that, Pastor. Let's talk about discontentment. Please lang to, dalawa lang to. What do you mean? This is written by Solomon, the great King Solomon, the wisest king that ever lived. Solomon was so smart that history says he can speak to the animals. Now, don't look at the person beside you kasi kanina nagsasalita siya mag-isa. Hindi si Solomon yan. Baka galing sa kabila yan. Pag-pray mo na lang, okay? This is what all Solomon says. This was written by Solomon in the height of his riches. Ito si Solomon yan. Nung pinakamatindi, Solomon was so good and so rich that he built the temple in 7.5 years. Built his palace in 14 years. But when he built the temple, the Bible says that he built it with cedar. Now, if you understand geography properly, Israel nandito. Cedar is in Lebanon. Sa kabila, dinala yan to build the entire Davidic temple that was dedicated in 1 Kings chapter 9. Okay? When Solomon saw the beauty of the temple, sabi, it's not enough. And so he laden the temple with ivory. Can you imagine ivory? How many thousands of elephants were sacrificed to get ivory? When everything was done, sabi ni Solomon, parang kulang. Let's lay everything with gold. Wow. The Bible's history tells us, and the Bible says, that Solomon's government was so rich that people were tramping on silver. Ginagawa ng mga bata ang silver. Ngayon ang mahal ng silver, may Tica. No? The gala uniform of Solomon's army composed of bronze and gold. Ganun kayaman si Solomon. So impressive was Solomon that the Queen of Sheba, somebody else's queen, went to the kingdom of Solomon and saw the beauty, literal beauty of the kingdom of Solomon. And the beauty of Solomon was called beautiful, not handsome. There's a difference, Pastor. Yes, I'm handsome. Pastor Paul, beautiful. No? Ang tawag namin sa CCM dyan, the weapon. No? Pag gusto ng panakot, kami ni Pastor Vincent yung lumalapit. No? Pag may kailangan kami, si Pastor Paul. Unang dating pa lang, yes. Yes. In fact, yung sa ini-interview sa TV, sabi sa kanya, nag-member sa Boy, ha? Pag inyong ng jowa mo, tawagan mo ko. So we call Pastor Paul the weapon. Okay. Handsome, beautiful. Pastor Jude's celebrity. Ibang status yun. Ibang status yun. But notice what, that's what Solomon was saying na to. Notice what it says, whoever loves wealth will not be satisfied with it. This is also useless. I'm going to ask you a question. Binigay sa akin. And it's a very important question. You don't have to answer out loud. Okay? There was a time in your life when you were young, that you dreamed about making XX amount of money or having XX amount of things. You remember that? Nung bata kayo, sabi mo, kung magkakaroon lang ako ng kotse, kung magkakaroon lang ako ng trabaho, kung magkakaroon lang ako ng bahay, kung magkakaroon lang ako ng ganitong amount, kung makakapunta lang ako sa ibang bansa. You remember dreaming about that? Yes, you do. Many of you, majority here, have dreamed about that. Kung magkakatrabaho lang ako, iba nga, masimple eh. Kung makakatapos na ako ng pag-aaral, kasi ang hirap pag-aaral, mahal. No? Makinig mabuti. Kung makakapag-aral lang ako, yung mga alaga ko, makinig sa akin. Nung nasa loob, kayo sa loob ng boys stand. Kung magkakasapatos na ako, kung makakapag-aral lang ako, you remember that. And I know you do, kasi I remember when I used to dream certain dreams. And now, by God's grace, listen, and by God's help, you have done that. And you have achieved more than that. You now have salary upon salary, business upon business, stuff upon stuff, shoes, education, everything you ever wanted, you have. And what are you saying today? I want more. I just proved my point. Ang hindi lang matagumpay dyan si Ate Luz. Kung magkakaasawa na. Don't worry, Ate Luz. Pinapanganak pa siya. Mga 100 years old si Ate Luz, nagating si right man. No? 20 years old. Very good. Remember that? Remember some of you who used to dream stuff about our kids? May anak mo? Sabi mo, wow, itong batang ito palangiti. One day, artista. Magiging artista to. And you know what? It's happened. Yung anak ko artista, di ba? Kaso lumaki mo kang kontrabida, pero artista pa rin. And now you have it. And then what do you say? I want more. I want more. Pastor, you sound judgmental. No, I don't sound judgmental. I sound guilty. Pastor, speak for yourself. No, no, no. Not today. I'm speaking for you also. Because the first person who says, I'm happy, Pastor, with whatever I have, is lying. It's lying. Why? It's a part of your sin nature to want more. Why did you buy the gadget from Hello Mom Sir? Yung sa Mega Mall?
Hello, sir, pag binili mo to, diba? Meron kang kutsilyo, panghalo ng kape, pag may baka, pwede mo sakyan. Sabi ko, wow, yan ang kailangan ko. That's the number one commercial, di ba? They'll present the product and they say, but wait, there's more. Do they ever say there's less? When you buy a well, don't buy. But if you buy a cigarette, ano nakalagay? Please consume only one. O sige, masyadong personal. When you buy lahat this chicharon, do they sell them in 1-by-1 packs? Joshua? No, because they always say you should get more for what you pay for. There's nothing wrong with bonuses. I get that. Wala sa akin. But look at what Ecclesiastes says. Sabi niya, whoever loves wealth will not be satisfied with it. It is also useless. The more wealth people have, the more friends they have to help spend it. Remember si Manny Pacquiao? Did you know Manny Pacquiao was a boxer in the Mandaluyong stable? Manny Pacquiao used to do sprints here, from the end of body all the way to producer. That's where he did sprints. He was a boxer here. Some of you missed that, no? But today, some of you know Manny Pacquiao. In fact, some of you talk like you really know Manny Pacquiao. Oo, nung CR yan, yung sa CR, ako sumunod. So parang nagdikit na yung puwet namin. So close na kami. Suddenly, Manny Pacquiao had 1 million friends. When we were in the States, there was a person, she won the 120 million mega lottery. No? In the States, several years ago. And 2 months later, she guested on a show, talk show. 2 months. Sabi ng host, we've been trying to get you for 2 months, but di ka na makuha. Sabi niya, I've been hiding. Sabi niya, why? I didn't know I had so many relatives. Huh? So what have you bought? Since the last 2 months, sabi niya, I bought a car. I paid off my college loan. What else have you done? Nothing. Bakit? Kasi I'm afraid that it will all go away. Takot siya makubos. Huwag kayong humusga. After bibilhin yung Ferrari nyo, anong gagawin ninyo? Parang dati sa Amerika, pumarada ako yung kotse karag-karag, puta. May parada ako, pumarada katabi Porsche, 911 nila, ng cabriolet, top down. Naglagay siya $5. Sabi ko, naubos lang na pera, lalabang gas. Sabi so what do people really gain? They gain nothing except to look at their riches. Those who work hard sleep in peace. It is not important if they eat little or much, but rich people worry about their wealth and cannot sleep. I have seen real misery here on earth. Money saved is a curse to its owners. They lose it all in a bad deal, have nothing to give to their children. People come into this world with nothing, and when they die, they leave with nothing. In spite of all their hard work, they just leave as they came. That's how Alexander the Great, the only conqueror of the known world, of the ancient and known world, said, when Alexander was dying, sabi niya, put me in a coffin with my hands stretched out. Bakit? Because I want people to know that I came into this world with nothing, and I will leave this world also with nothing. Leo Tolstoy told them a story. Leo Tolstoy told them a story. Sabi ni Tolstoy ganito. No. Sabi niya, he told a person, and he says, I will give you all the land that you can run. As long as you run in the whole day. Bibigay ko sa iyo lahat ng lupa na kaya mong takbuhan. All day long. Sabi niya, the man ran all day long. By the end of the day, he was dead. Bakit? Kasi he ran himself to the ground. Tried to get more. Is that a true story? I don't know. That's Tolstoy. He's a brilliant writer. It may be true, it may be not. But the principle is the same. No? The principle is the same. I heard Rick Warren say this, and he has a great point when he said this. You know? But listen to me. Most people will give up the first half of their life. Will give up the first half of their life trying to get more. Pag natapos yung first half ng buhay nila, they spend all their money trying to recover the health they lost. Naintindihan ninyo? Karamihan daw ng tao, inuubos ang kalahati ng buhay nila para magkaroon ng maraming pera. Pag natapos yung kalahati, uubusin nila yung pera inipon nila para mabawi yung buhay na sinayang nila. Di ba tama yun? Tama? You overtime, you run yourself to the ground, you work, and work to get more money. And then you get old, and then you're about to die because you have cancer, you have this, you have that, of self-abuse, and now you spend everything that you have trying to gain it back. I'm not talking about just simply getting sick. I'm talking about abusing yourself to get. I've seen pastors literally waste themselves to the ground so that they could get the big church that they want. I've seen pastors do that with my own eyes. No? When they hit the big church, when they hit the mega ministry, when they hit that, they fall into depression. Because they can't go farther and they commit suicide. Just last year alone, there were 3 or 4 pastors that committed suicide. Mega church pastors. I know what they're saying. Kasi pastor, suicide and depression is a clinical issue. Stop saying that to me, okay? Because my training is in psychiatry. Okay? I understand clinical depression. But there's a difference between having medical, listen, this is technical, kunti lang naman doon ako galing eh, so pwede naman sa tatlo dito ha. There's a difference between being medically and psychologically inclined and understanding what contributes to it. Okay? I'm a type 2 diabetic, hypertensive, and asthma. I got everything. But I also know that eating too much chocolate, candy, and abusing yourself also triggered all of that. Kung kaya maglukhan. I inherited, yes, we did, but our lifestyle leads us to that. Kasi, because of our signature, we have everything. Ha? Sino ritong walang kamag-anak na walang saltek? Nung sabi saltek ba? Matililim. Lahat tayo meron. Diba? In psychiatry says the number one cause of mental illness is heredity. But guess what? That's not anything new. Everybody has that. Sino wala? Meron kang kakilala tao, nagkatingin nga, galit na, takbo ng saltek. Bakit hindi ka? Last week, my wife and I was walking at the riverbanks ng lalakad. May magandang mama, I'm not kidding, he's about 60 years old. So no offense, if you're 60, 65 years old. He's about 65 years old, something like that. So I'm walking this way, yung mama decides to cross my path. Hindi ko mo nakita. Kasi my wife is walking on the side. And lakad siya, bumagal ako. Sabi, excuse me, guess what he does? Pinagda ako, bang! Ano yun? And then siyempre napatingin ako. Tapos yung mukha ng mama parang susuntukan. Sabi ng misis ko, is that guy looking at you? Sabi ko, yeah. Gusto niya makipagsuntukan sa akin. Hindi po ako makipagmayabang, pero huwag ka makipagsuntukan sa akin. Uupuan kita. Ano para-para? Ba't ko pala hindi na makahinig? Ba't ako maki-effort? Karak-karak. Mag-belt pa ako. Useless yung degree niya, upuan na lang kita, tapos nausapan natin, balik-balik ka na ako. Wala natin pahirapin ang buhay, makawisa pa ako. Eh, tapos sa mga yun. Yung tayo na doon kayo, nakahamang ko suntungan. Not to mention, nandito ko lang siya. Full the ball, nandito ko siya. Seriously? Ano na kami? You know? So Pastor, when we talk about that, this is what discontentment brings. First of all, discontentment, to be discontent brings anxiety and conflict. It brings anxiety and conflict. Bakit, Pastor? Because greed always has a need. Ha? Ang karamutan ay parating nangangailangan. All you have to do is change the word need, and the whole paradigm changes. Pag sinabi mo, kailangan ko yan, nag-iba na usapan. Tama ba yun? Sino mga magulang dito taas ang kama? How many times have your kids approached you about something and they think they need it? Ma, kailangan ko bagong sapatos. Kasi, di ko alam, basta kailangan ko lang. Sabi ng anak ko, Dad, bilihan mo ako ng bagong ganito. Sabi ko, bilihan mo ako ng bagong libro. Sabi ko, una sa lahat, allergic ako sa pangalan niya. Sabi ko, pangalawa, kung gusto mong bumili na, ikaw bumili. Bakit? Eh, may ibang kapatid ka pa. 8 kayo eh. Hindi ko pa umupang yan. Greed always has a need. The more you have, the more you think what you need. You see, when we are discontented and work to meet the need, we will never be happy until it's met. Yung stress na yan, brought into the home, leads to conflict. What do you mean? Look at what Proverbs chapter 15 says. Greed brings grief to the whole family. Well, tatay, Lord, pag nagtatrabaho, I know what you're going to say. It's for my family. Did you ever ask, does your family really need that much? Para may iwan ako sa pamilya ko, lahat na iiwan mo. Ano ba mas maganda? Iwan mo sila ng pera o iwan mo sila ng tamang ugali tungkol sa pera? Okay ba yun? There's a saying that says, the first generation earns it, the second generation spends it, the third generation has nothing left. Greed brings grief to the family. What do you mean, Pastor? Ito my father says. Sabi niya, the problem is this. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we never even liked in the first place. Bumibili tayo ng mga bagay sa pera na wala naman tayo para pasayahin at pasiglaban yung mga tao ayaw naman talaga natin sa kanila. Tama? Bakit nagdahil mga babae, pag may reunion, o nandun yung asawa mo, magpapa-extra duper makeup ka, dahil mukha mo pinakakapal sa dami ng makeup. Bakit? Kasi yung extra asawa mo nandun. Hindi na ako tutuwa sa asawa mo. She never does that. Bakit? Kasi matagal nang kung alam, nabikot lang ako. Diba? That's all that happens to us. You know? Look at Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Sometimes I've seen real misery on the earth. Money is saved is a curse to its owners. It's not saying will come and save. Sabi niya, they lose it in a bad deal and have nothing to give to their children. All they get are days full of sadness and sorrow. And at the end, what? They're defeated and sick and angry. Solomon said that at the greatest height of his wealth. No? Bakit, Pastor? How many of you take on a new job, go to a new promotion, invest in a different investment so that you will gain more? Are you saying, Pastor, I should not? No, I'm saying examine what God has blessed you with already. Some of you are deciding to leave your family and go to another country. I've said it many times. And you know, if you work abroad, I love you. But you know what? It's not a fair deal to leave your children home. Majority of the kids in my school, ang magulang yan, nasa abroad. Yung mga naka 24/7, tao ka na sa mga anak mo na minaglolo ko pa eh. Yung pang nasa abroad ka, sinusupply mo na Air Jordan tsaka iPhone. unfairly. And it's anti-scripture. I love you, but it's against scripture. Some of us have decided to move somewhere. I don't know where, it doesn't matter. Sri Lanka, Vietnam, Laos, China, or the new China, America. What is it, the new China? Hindi makapagsalita ng anti-China sentiment ng NBA players. Dahil baka mga endorsement. E pinapatay lahat ng Kristiyano. Deciding to move somewhere, Australia, Canada, why? Sabi ni Rick tawa ko sa kanya. Don't you understand, sabi ni Rick Warren, sabi niya, that when the grass is greener on the other side, it also takes more water. It's the analogy. Pagka mas verde daw ang damuhan sa kabila, ibig sabihin mas maraming tubig na ginagastos para gawin mo. None of it's moving anywhere. What I'm saying is, what's your motivation for doing so? You know, makinig kayo, mga young couples here, I counsel, inaanak ko to, a young couple, your values are even driven by your wealth. Why? Meron akong dalawang I had the privilege of marrying them, praise God. But you know what they wanted to do? They wanted na to go abroad at hindi mo na magpakasal. Pero magsasama mo na sila. Pero no sex involved. Sabi ko, ganun pala. Ipatahin natin o maputol muna natin ito. Basta lang dulgan mo, ininom daw ako. Hindi ko ba dito sabi ng mga inaanak ko na ganun? Sabi ko, teka. What you're saying is you're foregoing moral values with the promise of being moral later so you can get what you want now. To those of you who are planning to go somewhere to supposedly raise a better family, I have an important question for you. Can you really raise a better family there? Because from what I know, what is in the Western world is just like here. Eh, dito ka, wala ka ng oras eh. Doon pa. Na lahat ng bagay binabayaran mo, lumalabas sa kwet mo lahat ng bayan mo. So many Filipinos in Macau, Hong Kong, that we minister to. They work hard in 5-star hotels, make tons of money in the hotels, only to lose them in bad investments. Why? Because they want more. Some of you invest, and God's blessed you investing, but you want more. And so what do you sacrifice when you want more? What you already have. My father once said in a preaching I'll never forget, sabi niya, sometimes in our desire to want more, we lose what we already have. Listen, fathers, sometimes in your desire to want more, you lose what you already have. Mothers, sometimes in our desire to want more, you lose what you already have. And what you already have are usually more important than what you want. Can't go against the guy. He's been there. So you can't, hey, Pastor, you don't know where I am. Yeah, do you know where that guy came from? The guy who wrote this. There's no man at the present world existing that can match the richness of this guy. How do you know, Pastor? Thousands of years later, they're still talking about him. Archaeologists are still looking for King Solomon's mines. Ilang World War na yun, plus local wars nakaraan. Discontent brings anxiety and worry, and this one says, lastly, discontent brings dissatisfaction and tiredness. What do you mean, Pastor? Sabi ni Proverbs, written by the same guy, by the way. Sabi niya, don't wear yourself out trying to be rich. Be wise enough to know when to quit. Wow! Huwag mo na ubusin ang sarili mo sa kapapayaman. Maging matalino ka at sapat para malaman mo kung kailan ka titigil. I'm not saying you shouldn't have stuff. But my father once said, sabi niya, anak, what you have that you can't give away, you don't have it. It has you. Kung anong meron ka na hindi mo pwedeng bitawan, hindi ka may-ari nun. Yun ang may-ari sa'yo. Kaya mga kabataan na sa relasyon, hindi makabitaw. Bakit? Kasi hindi relasyon yun. Siya ang may relasyon sa'yo. Hindi makabitaw eh. Dependent. Whatever you have, you can't give away. It has you. You don't have it. Society is deceiving us. I think, that you need more than what you have. And that's why it's important. Remember that in a rat race of society, the winner is still a rat. Sabi ng requirement. Tama. Sa karera daw ng daga, sa society, yung mananalong daga, nagkakarin. Why, Pastor? Because discontentment, is a failure to see what you already have. Discontentment is a failure to see what you already have. Can I ask you right now as I close? Just think about it. Isipin mo lang. If you have a pen or a cell phone, I want you to think, before you make any decision whatsoever, I want you to think right now, what has God already given you? What has God already? I'm not saying don't work. If God gave you a job, dapat faithful ka dyan. God gave you a business, dapat steward ka. It's part of stewardship. I understand that. If God gave you something, I understand. Taking care of it. But there's a difference between being blessed and failing to bless and reach the blessing. Can I ask you what you already have? Sa mga kabataan, are you studying? Do you have a job? Has God given you more than what you used to have? Think back. 1 month ago, anong meron ka? 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 1 year ago, anong meron ka? Pastor, meron ako sakit ng ulo. Meron din yan. Dala mo yan, kadalasan. But what do you already have? Pastor, I'm not in a good place in my life right now. I get that. I get that. But maybe God placed you. Sometimes God makes you inconvenient. So you can find that the only convenience is in God. Please think of what you have right now. And I ask you, why do you kill yourself wanting more? Maraming Kristiyano tapat sa Panginoon, tapat sa paglingkod, huwag lang pag-usapan ng pera. Ang dami ng pamilya nasira dahil sa pera, nakita sila sa pera. Dahil ng mag-asawa nasira, yung till death do us part is DEBT, till death do us part, utang. Pinag-aawa yung pera. At dahil ng pamilya nasira dahil sa pera, nakita. Dahil ng mga mag-asawa nasira dahil sa pera. Dahil nakita tayo, pinagpahala ng Panginoon, pinagpala. Nasira dahil sa pera. Why, Pastor? Because discontentment is a failure to see what you already have. In Timothy, sabi niya, true godliness with contentment is in itself great wealth. After all, we brought nothing when we came into the world, and we can't take anything when we leave it. So if we have enough food and clothing, let us be content. But people who want to be rich fall in temptation and are trapped by many foolish and harmful desires, and they plunge them into ruin and destruction. So my question is, it's not what you work for, but who you work for. Ano yung say, Pastor? We work for money so much. We forgot it was God who placed us there. Kung kumikita ka, dinilagay ka ng Panginoon sa lugar na yan, and on the side, binabayaan ka niya kumita. But if you reverse the other way, you work for money, may problema tayo. Kasi in the end, it's not what you work for, but who you work for. Kasi who God is the one who brings purpose to you. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you so many things. But Lord, today, on this very day, we come before you and we ask that would you just let the Holy Spirit move and help us to ask you, Lord, ano po ba talaga gusto mo gawin natin? We get lost so much. But Lord, we forget. We live for who we work for. That's you. Not what we work for. That's money. Sometimes we chase after the blessing, tapos kinakalimutan namin yung blesser. We put the blessing on the throne of our hearts, and we forget that it only came from you. And when we lose vision and purpose, then Lord, we lose everything. Lord, there are people here na ginagawa, Lord, wrong friends, wrong relationships, wrong desires, wrong ambitions. God will do. Help us, Lord, to seek after you instead. There are people here, God, that you're blessed incredibly. Yung dating pinapanaginip namin, nalagpasan na namin. Yung dating pinagpe-pray namin, nalagpasan na namin. Lagpas na. Yung mga lugar na gusto namin marating, yung things that we want to accomplish, we've way surpassed that already. But where are we today? Still not happy. Still feeling na may kulang. Still feeling na hindi enough. Something happened. And I know what that is. We forgot that you're the one who brings purpose to our business. And so, Lord, today, would you please speak to the hearts and minds of my brothers and sisters here today? Lord, masakit, mahirap tanggapin, pero tulong mo sa amin na nagkamali kami ngayong umaga. Ituro mo sa amin, Panginoon, that we've made some serious mistakes, and if we don't fix it, if we don't turn things around, then Lord, the inevitable fall happens. And so, Father, I pray that you would teach us, Lord, to start to truly follow you. Please, Lord, Lord, teach us to move and breathe every day, Lord, according to your purpose, not according to our desire to want. Help us, Lord, bago kayo maghabol ng kung ano, maghabol ng ambitions and plans, to really ask, is this what you want to happen in our lives? Bigyan mo kami ng karunungan na ang tunay na kasiyahan ng Panginoon ay makuha sa iyo. Hindi para sa makakuha ang mga bagay na gusto namin. Kasi yung gusto namin, Panginoon, walang katapusan yan. Matatapos. Turuan mo kayo, Panginoon, magpasalamat kung anong meron kami. Magpasalamat sa kapapalang na sinigay mo sa amin. Magpasalamat sa mga pagkakataon na meron kami. Magpasalamat sa mga rewards na binigay mo sa amin. Malaki man o maliit. Magpasalamat sa mga taong nilagay mo at ilugnog sa buhay namin. Magpasalamat sa iyong pagkilos sa buhay namin. Magpasalamat kung paano mo kami pinagpala kahit hindi namin na-expect. Magpasalamat dahil may plano ka sa buhay namin. Magpasalamat dahil may kaligtasan meron kami. Na may gabay sa banal na Espiritu na meron kami, Panginoon. Help us to be thankful for what we have. To be happy with what we have. To be faithful, Lord, sa binigay mo sa amin. And then if you give more, then God will be faithful again. And again and again and again. Napakadali, Panginoon, kung maging swapang at sugapa. Nakakahiyaman na. Pero ngayong umaga nito, Lord, turuan mo kami na matuto maging masaya at mapagpasalamat kung anong meron ka. Would you stand with us? Oo lang kami, magbigat yung preacher sa akin. Kaya ko lumabas ng bahay. Sabi ko, Lord, mamaan na. May ask that. What drives you? Does the plan of God drive you? Does God's ambition for you drive you? Or do your plans and your ambitions? You see, God's blessings are fuel to accomplish what He wants in your life. But your blessings in itself is not the one, not the source that you should live on. Well, kasi sabi ng Panginoon sa inyo, sa ubas din just go and say, Lord, salamat po. Lord, salamat po talaga. Lord, hindi talaga salamat po talaga. Salamat po talaga. Well, invite him in front, altar. Guys, speak to let's come forward. Let's come seek the Lord together. Sabi na, Lord, salamat po. Lord, patawad, nakalimutan mo ko salamat. So, patawad, kasi I'm driven by so many things that I forget how much you've blessed me. Lord, patawad mo, naligaw ko na landas ng konti. Na iba po yung motivation ko eh. Some of us need to step down and say, God, gagawa ko po ng life-altering decisions. Yung talagang ma-alter mo yung buhay mo pero sa mali. Sa mali. Lord, turo mo sa akin paano pasalamat sa iyo. Turo mo sa akin paano maglingkod sa iyo. Turo mo sa akin paano mo tumangkilik sa mga taong pinagpalan ka para pagpalain kami. Because the last time, ito nagpasalamat ka sa mga tao na pinalang ng Panginoon sa buhay mo. Mahada! Salamat po, grabe. Ang faithful niyo. It was the last time you did that. It was the last time nagpasalamat ka sa mga tao na dinala ng Panginoon sa buhay mo. It was the last time nagpasalamat ka sa pagpapalan ng Diyos na nasa iyo. Sabi niya sa Panginoon, Lord, ano na pinagawa ko, pinagawa ko, I forgot to bless them. Dear Father, we come before you this morning. We praise you and thank you because you are an incredible, gracious, loving, patient God. And so today, help us to seek hard after. Forgive us, Lord, if we've done so too much for ourselves. Help us, Lord. Let go of considerations. Patawad, Panginoon, we start to make plans, thinking they're wise, but Lord, as you said in James, who are you to say, tomorrow or today I will do this and make money and start a business? Our life is just a vapor that appears for one. Lord, teach us, Lord, the right attitude towards the blessings. And be good. In your name we pray. Amen.